What up, man? What up, three times, man? It's your G King Shoe, man, of the King Shoe Nubian perspective, man. And right now, this video here is dedicated to all black women. I don't want nobody in the comment section talking about, what about all women? No, I said what I said. This is dedicated to black women. All African women across the globe. All black women across the globe. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because I just posted something on Instagram, and it was a brother telling his woman, because she was getting all fixed up, they about to go out and stuff. And he like, what you doing? He said, you don't need that. You beautiful. You perfect. He gave her a lot of, words of encouragement. And by the end of the video, she stopped putting on the makeup, and she actually took the weave off and had her natural hair. So that made me think of something, and I was building with another beautiful queen, Queen Honeycomb. And I was building with her in the comment section, and she made me think of something. Bro, she put me on to something. She was like, a lot of our women deal with traumas, due to abusive relationships, physical and mental abuse, dealing with rapes and molestations and, just a lot of trauma that women deal with. And we have to remember as men, our women is sensitive, and we got to be careful how we handle our women. And we have to start disciplining these niggas who violate our women. You see what I'm saying? We got to start having a standard. So when you seeing your homeboy beating up on on his girl, stop laughing, stop minding your business. Tell that nigga like, yo, you gonna have to do that shit when I'm not here. You feel me? And you gonna have to square with that nigga. You feel me? Y'all gonna have to scrap, but you're not about to beat on this girl in front of me. One thing I had to learn, because back in the day, my mouth, you understand? And I didn't realize the effect that verbal abuse has. Because I figured if I never put my hands on you and you make me mad, I could say whatever I want. I'm thinking you understanding that this is in a moment of anger. And I don't really mean it, because when you're angry, you say stuff. But long story short, you have to learn that everything affects people. You understand? And we have to be careful how we handle, especially our women, because they are the ones who are going to push us in the future. They the ones who give birth to our children. They the ones who give birth to the future generations. So we got to start doing better. And one thing I want to do is we have to start isolating these problems. Like, if we're going to come up with real solutions, we got to start isolating the problems, and let's figure this thing out for real. So we have to start calling out the abusers. That's what we don't do. You know what I'm saying? One thing, as you know, and it's a defense mechanism, and I understand, but we have to stop. We have to try to stop doing it, which is and I do the same thing. I'm guilty of it too. Is when you deal with trauma, your body and your mind naturally tries to block it out. So you don't want to deal with any of it. I know y'all seen a video a long time ago. It was this girl. She got molested by this dude and her family. This nigga had the nerve to come to the family reunion. She put him on blast in front of the whole family. Like, yo, you remember when you molested me? When you did this, did that? She put it all out there. This is what we have to do. We have to start isolating and putting out these abusers. Because once we put these abusers out, because if you're not putting them out, if you're not saying nothing and they abused you and made you a victim, and you don't say nothing, you leaving it open for another young lady or young male to be a victim. So we have to start being accountable on both sides. So once we identify the abusers, we also need the therapy for the ones who was already victims. You understand? We have to start, because everybody don't deal with pain the same. You understand? And I'm starting to learn that too. Just because I think I'm tough, that don't mean everybody, can just, get over certain things. Now, once we start doing that, once we start, healing from the pain, or as some of our people is healing from the pain, we also need to start putting in prevention programs to keep this from happening. That's why, if you've seen it, for those who really follow me, y'all seen it in my one video. When the dudes they beat up their homeboy because he was having sex with a little girl. He was the homeboy was 22, the little girl was 14. And they homeboys beat on a man because it's like, yo, we not tolerating that, and that's not how we move, and that's how we got to start doing it. So we got to start protecting and come up with prevention programs, to keep things like this from happening in the beginning. So we got to start raising awareness and stop making it cool. It's a lot of things that I feel like we have to start dealing with, and people don't want to take responsibility. But what we're going to have to start doing is stop dressing these little girls up like grown women. Please stop doing that. Stop making them stand in poses. All y'all sit with y'all legs open and shit like that. We have to start taking responsibility because everybody. Listen, this is the biggest argument with women because you know they learn it from Europeans. We all get our info. You know, the ones who don't have the real knowledge of self get their information from Europeans and regurgitate it. So this is what the feminists say. You understand? So when the feminist is on some you know, you can't blame the victim. No, it's not blaming the victim, but at some point the victim have to have accountability. You see what I'm saying? To put preventions. So we not trying to make you a victim twice, but you have to take responsibility to because I could tell you to come on out of this. I could try to pull you out, but if you pulling me down with you, if you resisting me, the only person who's going to get you out of this slump or this you know this mental hole is you. You have to step out of it. So, you know, but a lot of people love being a victim. You see dudes like Hassan Campbell, he love being a victim. I don't know what his problem is, yo. He fucks with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I thought your whole goal was to prevent other little kids from being molested. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the goal is supposed to be. But like I said, in my old video of the kids beating the dude up, you know what I mean? They beating the dude up. I told y'all we have to start putting preventions in order. And one of the things I suggested was go on the internet real quick, and what you do is type in sex offender search. You know, type in many different ways. See how it will come up. Do this in your state. See who live right next to you. Once you see who, you might have a fucking molester who live right next door to you, and you don't even know it. So when you send your little girl and your little boy to school to walk to school by themselves, you don't even know that he clocked your whole schedule already. He know when you're not there. He know when your husband not there, and he know when the kid's home alone. And he know. You see what I'm saying? We have to be proactive. We not being victims no more. It's tough love. It's tough love. We not being victims no more. We fighting back. We fighting back. We not laying down. So you know, and this is coming from a male's perspective. But Queens, you know, I want to build on this because this is very important. You know, this is a subject that's been happening way too long, and enough is enough, man. And we about to start restoring my art. We about to start restoring order and honor amongst black men. It's a standard. You either this or that. We separating the niggas from the kings and the gods. We drawing the line in the sand. All that other shit is done. Any nigga, any person. When I say nigga, I'm not talking about black people. Any nigga, white nigga, black nigga, green nigga, brown nigga. I don't give a fuck. Any nigga violating us, you the enemy of the people. Facts. You feel me? So we gotta live by a standard. Straight up. But I love y'all family, man. Africa for the Africans. Global African unity, and we gonna win. We all we got, but that's all we need. You heard? All right, Hotep.